All right, everybody shut up.
All right.
All right, yeah. Welcome. No, yeah. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a little bit. Took a little hiatus.
You know,
Got some shit.
on the
Got
deep
some.
end.
Got some shit going on. But yeah, welcome back to Just Another Loser. What is up, guys?
Make sure to
What is up, guys?
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, please. But yeah. Of course, it's me and Nick, and we got Owen and Zach here.
What up, everybody?
Liam's in the fucking back. Skylar's in a fucking snapback.
Get Skylar, Kyler, and
Skylar, Tyler, Kyler. But no, yeah, we're back. We got some stupid shit to talk about. So yeah, let's. First thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I literally had I have my notepad on my phone filled with stupid stuff that I've written while I was drunk, ideas when I'm like, oh my god, that'd be hilarious. So a while back, I had a dream that I was hanging out.
Martin Luther King Day's on Monday.
Okay.
I had a dream that I was with a bunch of Marvel actors, like Chris Hemsworth and the guys that play all the Marvel movies, but they were shit faced in my dream, and they're like talking about the Marvel movie, but they couldn't because it wasn't out yet. You know what I mean? So I had to imagine being a Marvel actor, but you're shit faced, yeah. Oh, I can't tell you what happened. I can't tell you what happens, but I know what happens, you stupid bitch. I was and I woke up that morning. I was like, God damn, that's fucking hilarious. I don't know. I just thought
They all die.
Yeah. You can't. Can you imagine being what the hell is Captain America? No, Robert Downey Jr. and being like, I die at the end of this. I die at the end of this, but I can't tell you.
Because they're like celebrities. You think they go to Vegas and they're like, yo, Red. Or I'll tell you the ending of the movie right now. 50,000, or I'll tell you the goddamn ending of the movie.
But that's just one quick thing I wanted to get out real quick. That was just something funny that I had happened to me a while back.
Who would you most want to have a conversation drunk with from the Marvel universe?
Ooh.
Like actor wise or character? I don't know.
I would say Chris Hemsworth. I feel like he's a cool dude. Thor.
Yeah, he seems like cool.
I feel like
you want to talk to Chris Hemsworth or Thor?
Well. Chris
No,
Hemsworth.
he's talking about
I'm
the
saying
actor.
for people that don't know who Chris Hemsworth is, that's the guy that plays Thor.
That's what I'm saying. Would you rather
Talk to
yeah.
Thor himself,
Thor
or
the
Chris
character,
Hemsworth,
or
the actor that plays
Chris
Thor?
Hemsworth?
My actor would be Chris Evans.
Well,
I think he'd be fun as shit.
Yeah, actor-wise. Well, Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he'd be fun as shit to talk
Actually, he
to.
seems pretty cool. He's uptight as Captain America, but the shit he's doing now that he's not Captain America anymore, I haven't seen Knives Out, but the character that he's in it, I've heard is pretty fucking hilarious. So
It's yeah. No,
I gotta sit back on this couch,
I
man.
feel like that's
We're getting comfy up in here.
relaxed, and I could see that being him just hanging out and that's just getting toasted with it. That'd be hilarious. I think that would be my actor.
Yeah, I feel like fucking. Oh my god. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. I just feel like us drinking now and just having fun. This is what he does on set.
Isn't he super religious though? Isn't he
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Chick-fil-A must love him.
That's why you go to Popeyes.
Oh my god, I went to Chick-fil-A and I saw you at 15 years old. Yo, I told
putting
you
it on.
I
I
told
was
you
at the
to
movie theaters.
I told you to try to take a photo. I was like, yo, I literally saw Owen
With
working
long
at
beaver
Chick-fil-A.
hair and all.
And it was awkward teenager, still hasn't grown into his body yet, and it looked like Owen. Anyways.
Wait, hold on. Has everyone tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich yet?
No,
I haven't, no.
I have it.
It changed my life.
See, but I heard. So I haven't had it at all.
I thought it was
But I
amazing.
heard that the
Change.
second
You don't agree?
chicken
You don't agree?
sandwich is nothing
You
like
don't
the
agree?
first one.
Wait, say it again. Say that
Because they ran out and
Yeah.
then they restocked and now it's permanent or whatever.
Yes,
I
you're saying.
heard that it's
They make cuts?
not as good now.
Oh.
They made those
I don't know
cuts.
what- I don't know what the
We gotta
original.
get it out. Gotta get it out.
We gotta cut out the premium chicken. we're putting this shit out for the rest of the year. We got any bats in here?
I don't know what the original was like, but
So you've had
the
it,
one
you've
I
had it recently.
had it. I had it like
Yeah, because you
2
live
weeks ago
right
for the first time.
there.
Okay, so
That's
yeah,
the
second grade.
Popeyes I go to. The one right by
Yeah.
your house.
The one in Pottstown?
The one in
Yeah,
Pottstown, yeah.
that's the one I go to.
Yeah.
Th-
Good Popeyes.
It's great. I went to Chick-fil-A. You can't beat that service.
What?
I'm-
Their sandwich.
That's-
Their sandwich is so much
Just
worse.
because they're nice.
I get the spicy deluxe.
You get
Okay,
that.
alright,
You get
okay,
that.
so-
You get that. My pleasure at the end. That's
Exactly.
that's the
I'll
icing
give
on the
you this, I'll give you
cake.
this. I think the spicy chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A is better.
Garbage.
The spicy chicken sandwich at Popeyes is just the sauce. It's just a spicy mayo. There's no
Yeah,
like
yeah,
seasoning in the
exactly,
chicken or
yeah,
anything like
yeah.
that.
See, that's what I think about the Chick-fil-A one.
Oh, see,
I don't know if that was in there.
No.
See, no, because you got like the pepper jack cheese on that one, and
That's the deluxe, baby.
Sorry, I'm not going out for the
Popeyes chicken
deluxe.
sandwich is literally just spicy mayo.
So wait, what's so much better about the Popeyes? I still haven't had a Popeyes.
I like
brioche
it.
Bun, the brioche bun is so much
It's
more
a brioche
flavorful,
bun.
like,
It's got a brioche bun.
so much more.
They serve you a
flavorful.
beer with it, and a guy with a
And-
undercut and a beard.
And the
Just serves it to you.
the chicken's crispier. I
That's
I
the one
think,
thing I've heard,
I think the
which, yeah.
Chick-fil-A chicken is
Chick-fil-A
just very
is crisp.
buttery and
Very buttery, yeah.
like
Yeah,
soggy
the crispiness
and-
out of the Popeyes is good.
yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, but the last
service,
time I've only had Popeyes
Look,
once, and let's just
I
say I,
wouldn't be
didn't want to go back.
I would, yeah, I
afterwards.
wouldn't be surprised if Popeyes spit in my food. Like
Sure.
the service at Popeyes is like almost as if you want fucking food. What do you think? You think you ungrateful piece of shit? Just come in here.
Take your sandwich. Take a
your
biscuit.
sa-
Get the fuck
yeah,
out of
you
here.
get what the fuck we give you. That's what Popeyes feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I went to Chick-fil-A the other day, and I was like, look, the sandwich at Popeyes is great. The biscuit at Popeyes is great. So even the soggy little fries you get at Popeyes, great. Can't beat Chick-fil-A service. I'm sorry, gay people. I have to keep choosing Chick-fil-A. I have to.
Survey says Chick-fil-A.
you imagine like Chick-fil-A like catering to like a gay pride parade.
Hey, someone had to order it.
They had a commercial on a while ago that was like about inclusion or something like that. Like they were saying something, and I was like, all right, but what about your main fucking your main
Yeah.
not a poser, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
your main shit that you object against. You know what I mean?
the
Like
deaf person one.
I think so.
It was-
Yeah.
Oh, we have people that can sign at our store, but if you're
If you're gay, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, like
get out.
Like it's like
Apparently the CEO is changing and all that stuff's gonna change and all. It's fine, it's cool, whatever. But it's funny. It's
Well,
funny.
it's one of those things you just point out, like, sorry, but I mean, goddamn, it's Chick-fil-A.
I know. I mean, like, I'm gonna eat that chicken.
Bottom line, Popeye's chicken sandwich is the best.
this episode by Owen is sponsored by Popeye's Chicken
Popeyes.
Sandwich.
We got a
I get the brioche bun.
Popeyes.
Brioche bun.
But it's
Popeye.
basically like
That
I saw
Louisiana.
a picture of like they showed like the picture of the sandwich on the commercial like or video or whatever, and it looks exactly like the Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's got mayo, it's got the pickles, and it's got the breaded
plain
chicken
version. Yeah, the plain version of the spicy chicken sandwich, not the deluxe. Yeah, is the same as I guess
It's
almost the
Chick-fil-A.
Does
same.
Popeyes have any affiliation with the character, do you think? Or
I don't think so. Do they have? You think they have any affiliation?
well, I mean, I don't know.
You know,
No,
spinach
I
and
don't- I don't-
Popeyes.
I think
Popeyes
it's
just
like
like
I
a-
think it was just some dude that was either named Popeye or nicknamed Popeye, and he had a chicken stain.
Some Louisiana.
Yeah, the Louisiana chicken stain.
named Popeye.
I feel like Popeye's like Nick over in Louisiana. Everybody's
Nick's
named
chicken.
Popeye. Like,
Yeah, come on down to Nick's Chicken. Get yourself a Nick's chicken sandwich. Yeah, I'd rather have Popeyes than Nick's.
I'm saying
Or
like, down in the
down south. Yeah.
You know,
Like, come on down to Garth's Chicken.
everybody got a spittoon.
That's their main ingredient is dip spit. That's the special
You know,
sauce.
you know what's hilarious? My dad came to visit, and you know how like Jerseyans call it North and South Jersey, and like South Jerseyans, it is a little bit different. I noticed like being from New York, like going to Jersey is different from being here and going to Jersey because the people around the Jersey that's close to here, they like it's mostly open land, like kind of farms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, he came to visit. And he was like, oh, so like, what do, like, he was kind of like, the conversation was kind of like, oh, what do I expect and all that. And I was telling him about the area, and I was like, it's kind of like, what brings you around this town, boy? And I was like, it's weird because this is still the North, but I don't understand.
I was
where
like,
this southern accent shit is coming from.
That's a lot of like Pennsatucky.
Yeah.
Like you go out, even if you go out towards like Boyertown area, like you get like that southern accent,
like a subtle southern.
like the I don't know where the hell it comes from because we're from Pennsylvania.
I feel like
but
that's any non
But
city,
also-
close to city,
No city, no suburb. Like
It also-
that was like
have
when
a
we went to
southern accent.
Pittsburgh,
And-
and you just say Pennsylvania
and
like
New
for
Jersey,
miles.
like not near the beaches, South Jersey.
What Yin's
like
doing?
South Jersey. No, but like not near the beaches, South Jersey. People have those people have southern accents too. Like southernish accent.
South Jersey,
Delaware. Yeah.
like by the beaches.
No. I'm saying like I'm talking about like Vineland part of. So I'm talking about like Cumberland.
Might as well be speaking
Cumberland
Chinese to me. I
County,
don't know.
Salem County.
Yeah,
Like those. Ask Lucia. Like
yeah, I know.
Right,
Well,
so
yeah,
that's
I know. I make fun of all the goddamn time. I'm like, you motherfuckers. I don't understand where this shit's coming from. Where like it sounds like a different. You're like from the other
In
part of the
Jersey,
country.
though?
You're a 20-minute drive from where I am.
they have like yeah.
We got
I mean,
Lucia in
not
on this.
southern accent, but they have like they are like redneck people in Jersey.
What I feel like that's more of people from the south that moved north, and then it
Maybe.
like then
Yeah,
it
made
that
their own
it, that
community.
it that it yeah they made it
then-
that, there's a
well, that
community.
happened. We
Like,
took over Florida.
When I
right?
traveled
Like,
for
so-
work, when I first
That's
started
very true,
traveling
that's
for
very
work,
true.
and I traveled with friends
Us
that
Northerners
worked.
take this out.
I traveled with friends that worked in like Connecticut and like up north. Some of those people thought I had a southern accent.
What y'all talking about?
What y'all talking about?
I don't believe
What
it.
what y'all children talking about?
Go to
Well,
the pool. Gotta go to the pool.
Yeah, with the children.
What was that?
Bringing down the
Bringing
house.
down the house, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Florida. Like
Uh-huh.
every time someone goes, "Oh, I'm from the South. I'm from Florida." Shut the fuck up. You are not from the South.
You're from the asshole of America.
I forget who told me this. I think it was actually my brother Nick who said someone told him this. It's like Florida is two types of people: old people and Disney World.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
And crazy.
Yeah. Well, I say like Orlando, that area, all that. Everyone's from like the north.
Yeah.
I go there
Orlando's
to
all,
visit
like,
my
50
cousin,
people.
Tampa.
and yeah, you kind of.
But Tampa, you're still
Tampa's a mix.
Yeah, Tampa's a mix.
Tampa's old people.
People
Tampa's a lot of
go
old people.
spring break to Tampa and all that shit.
Right, yeah,
but if
yeah.
you drive like 10 minutes from there,
See, so it makes a match.
yeah, exactly.
You
But no, like Orlando and all that shit, like Fort Lauderdale, all that stuff. Everybody's from fucking
that was
New York.
the Spanish, the way Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
that was the fucking like most Spanish way you said
Yo,
like. you
that's
talk.
why I fly from New York to Fort Lauderdale.
We go to Fort
and-
Lauderdale.
and
Fort Lauderdale.
it's just everyone from New York. Everyone's from New York. I'm like, you motherfuckers have no accents, and I'm the most southern part of the goddamn country. Nobody has.
You
an
know,
accent.
what really makes you crack up too is when I went down to North Carolina, like sophomore year of college. I went down with my friend Alex and his family, and you go to like when you're crossing Maryland into Virginia, and when we were leaving North Carolina, and we were crossing, I guess, Virginia into Maryland. There was when you're leaving, there was like a shed, like someone's shed, and there was a Confederate flag, and it said, "You're now leaving good old Dixie." I was like, "Motherfucker, you're in Virginia. This is not the South. Like you're like
Virginia's
you're like the
beloved,
very tippy top of
yeah,
the South.
yeah.
Like that is not the. We're not in good old Dixie. We're in like the good." That's like out of the statement. We're in the good. We're in the good. Like that's not the good old Dixie.
Oh yeah.
But isn't Virginia the good old Dixie?
Like, isn't
I
it?
thought that's like the name of like the South. Like
Mason
good old Dixie is the name of the
something
South.
Like that.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
Mason-
enough
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's it.
Going down to Dixie. I thought that's like
Yeah,
South, like Southern area.
Well,
Like I
I
thought that's
mean,
like a
like-
nickname for the Southern area.
Like on
Like,
the
I thought that's, like-
border, on the border of like North Carolina and Virginia. Like that part of Virginia is pretty southern.
Yeah, but we were like tippy top of Virginia going into Maryland. Like it was literally the border.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not the South.
The Mason-Dixon line. Let's see where it's at.
That's even in
Mason-Dixon
Pennsylvania.
Between Maryland and Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maryland, PA, yeah.
Maybe it wasn't Virginia. It was Maryland. We were leaving Maryland. 'Cause I remember-
Yeah, so I mean, you guys were technically the South. That's where racism was born, baby.
But I feel like this is inevitable coming up on the topic, coming up soon. But let's talk about TikTok. I know you're sweating. You're whoa. We got a spiller. We got a spiller. You can put your mic down. You don't have to hold your mic.
I don't want it to back.
What are you
drinking?
That's awful.
I'm getting a good ASMR noise in there. Wait. Give me your mic. Pour your beer.
No, it's not making any noise. That is an awful.
Oh, that's a terrible pour. Ooh. Oh, you're making the ASMR community mad. Thank God this isn't a video.
Oh shit.
But no, let's hear your whole
pitch?
spiel on
The
TikTok.
unofficial
Here we
king
go.
of TikTok.
So
Here we
wait
go.
to preface this talk. So what about Thanksgiving time?
Yeah.
Probably close to probably near then.
No, it was a little bit before then.
Before Thanksgiving, Owen came up to us, and mind you, this is probably I'd say about a year and a half since TikTok has come out. Owen came up to us and was like, "Yo, have you guys heard about this thing called TikTok?" And we were like, "Yeah," and he was so excited because you didn't have to sign up. Like you could just view it.
You can watch all of their content without without any and it, you know I
This
don't know.
episode also sponsored by TikTok.
I guess there's no reason for me to not have an account now, and they make like you know, people like make videos of like the progression of you having a TikTok, and it's at first it's oh, like that's stupid, I'll never get a TikTok, and then you download it and you watch your first couple episodes, or you watch your first couple you know, videos, and then like
First couple
you're watching it all the time, then you make your first. I'm afraid, see, my biggest fear is when I officially get the bug and I make my first video and I get like I get like 1,000 views, and I'm like, ooh, that's
never gonna hit 1,000
over here is
views.
getting 1,000 views on his first video.
You don't have boobs, though. You're not gonna get 1,000 views.
Cecilia's little sister got 10,000 views on a video one time.
Wow.
Damn.
Well,
So
that's the plug, baby. That's the plug.
Well, what was the video?
yeah, they were like dancing.
Was it like a lip sync thing?
Yeah. No, it was like they were doing like a dance. They were doing like a
Well, that's the TikTok dance.
No, but
TikTok
see, that's
dance
the thing.
You're gonna start
Like,
dancing.
I don't
The
know.
TikTok dances
and-
get videos, or
yeah.
the TikTok videos get
TikTok dances
TikTok
get
dance
views,
videos
yeah.
get views.
But here's my thing about TikTok is it is I agree, it's a danger, and it's an amazing tool.
You know what I can see
What?
Owen doing? It's like TikTok videos. Like if you still worked for Immaculata, you would like, hey, come to Immaculata. It's a great school. Like each different TikTok.
like
was
a tour of each TikTok would be a different like place in the school.
That's actually not bad. Like
Have you been to our cafeteria?
It'd be a tour of the school through TikTok.
that's actually not a bad.
Dude,
Someone's gotta be doing that.
Yeah, I kind of want to start one for my place that I'm at now.
There you go.
You might as well.
There you go.
You might
There we
as
go.
well.
But the thing about TikTok that is different than other social medias is that you can get so sucked in so easily. So like Instagram, there's always an end. You know, you reach where
You've seen the things that you saw yesterday.
Exactly.
And they even tell you
Same
that
thing.
little like banner. That's
Same
like,
thing with
"You've been here
Snapchat.
before," and I'm
Same
like,
thing
"Ah,
with
shit."
Facebook. There's always an end, but with there's so many contributors and so much content on TikTok that you can, I said it earlier. I will get up on a Saturday. I've had to limit myself to only watch TikTok during the weekends because I can get up on a Saturday at 6 a.m. and watch TikTok from 6 a.m. until noon, and it's like it feels like 5 minutes went.
No, you know what he sounds like? You remember the documentary we saw of the guy who was addicted to crack? He was like, "Oh yeah, oh I love it. Oh I think about it every single day.
What video?
During this interview, I'm thinking about doing crack after this."
I'm thinking about TikTok right now, baby.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh yeah, oh." He's like, and then in the interview, the guy,
What are you talking about? I don't know.
It's an interview of a guy who's addicted to crack and like open about it, and he was saying how amazing it is and like how crack. And then the interviewer was saying how like it's destroying your life, and the interviewee was like, "Yeah, I know, and I can't wait to do it again. Like it's amazing."
So going on sort of like popular topics. Popular topics.
Nobody's nervous.
I was thinking the other day. So one of the big things that's out there is anti-vaxxers. the whole anti-vax thing.
Whoa,
And
getting political.
this isn't
What's going
political.
on?
This isn't political. This is more of a joke on it. So I was thinking, I don't know, I just was thinking, and I was like, can you imagine if in years to come, 100 years down the road, if anti-vaxxers were right, how annoying they would be. Like, can you imagine that? If anti-vaxxers were right, like if it was actually true, and they're like, I told you I wasn't and can you imagine how many people would shit on you?
But it couldn't be in 100 years. It has to be in the next
30,
20,
30 years.
Where they're all adults, and it's so it turns out the government was controlling vaccines and using it as mind controlling device, and it was causing more problems than it was saving. Can
you imagine how annoying they would?
Whatever.
Well, I was right. So
the best part is they'd be saying it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it'd be like? It'd be like when someone's a veteran and they're like, yeah, I was an anti-vaxxer before it was the truth. I suffered through it. And then people come thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you for being an anti-vaxxer.
A day a year you get free coffee at Starbucks.
They have anti-vaxxer day.
For being the first to discover this shit. You know
that
what's
would be
crazy?
the worst. I told you so.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my god, the fucking what's that called? The entitlement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That feeling of oh boy, you
Bitch shoulda listened to
you
me.
dumb motherfuckers. I done told you.
You out here going to CVS getting a flu shot every October.
And then you have to fucking listen to everything. They'd be like, oh, don't eat that chicken. Piece of shit.
You're having red meat?
Oh, you're having red meat?
You're having red meat?
My
gosh.
God.
You're drinking tap water? Mm-mm.
Fine,
That's
I'll
how-
go to Burger King and get a fucking vegan,
I'll go to the Impossible Burger.
Burger.
I did have an
Get a
Impossible
bottle of
Burger.
water.
What'd you think?
It tasted like a burger, but it didn't at the same
You're talking about
time.
the one from Ohio?
No, I had an Impossible Burger at Impossible Whopper, yeah. And
Oh, you had the Impossible Whopper?
yeah, it was pretty good. It actually wasn't that bad.
No, I like
It tastes like a
I
burger.
haven't tried it yet. I've been wanting.
I
to
like
try
it more than
I
the
mean, I
Whopper.
feel like
if we went to
you
Burger
had
King,
it
if we went to Burger King right now, I've had like 6 times.
Holy
if
cow.
we went to Burger King right now, I'm like, yo, what do you want? I'd be like, yeah, give me the Impossible Whopper. I like
good.
it more
It was
than the
good.
regular Whopper.
I mean, it
Yeah, I do want to try.
It's not
Kinda-
whoa, it is
it's not
not
healthy.
healthy.
It's like that South Park. Remember that South Park?
calories.
Yeah.
It's more calories than a
Yeah,
regular Whopper.
it is not
Because
healthy.
it's what it's like beans and
but
like
it's salt, sugar
yeah.
to make it taste good.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Yeah.
so that's the fast food version though.
No,
Impossible
of them,
meat.
all of
it's
them
not
are-
it's
are-
not they're
all of them
not
are
they're not
more-
like that healthy. They're just
No.
like it's just a
they're
vegan
an
option.
option.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
yeah,
an
but,
alternative
like,
option.
They're not healthy.
But red
alternative
meat's
does not mean
bad.
healthy.
I didn't.
No, it's not.
Look, you can't eat if your doctor says you can't eat red meat, then it's unhealthy. You can eat red meat for protein as long as your body can
I'm
digest
not
it.
arguing
Yeah.
that, but you shouldn't be eating
All right, if you eat it every fucking day,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
But if you have
But
I
no,
don't know,
but
if you
what
have
we're
ground
saying
beef,
is
like
the
a couple
Impossible
times-
Burger isn't that much more healthier than it would be.
No, absolutely
red
not. I'm
meat,
sorry,
you
I'm
know?
not
You're
trying-
gonna-
I'm not
you're
trying
gonna
to get
choose-
in this
you're
argument.
gonna
I don't
choose
disagree.
chicken.
I will count your right out.
Chicken over Impossible Burger at Burger King. I'd take the chicken.
Yeah. I mean, the Impossible Burger.
Take it that way.
So I had an Impossible Burger, and then when we went out to dinner the other night, for my dad's birthday, I had a the Beyond Burger.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah. Beyond Meat,
it was a thicker burger, and I was like, I'll try it. It was good, and obviously, I could tell it wasn't meat. It tasted like meat-ish,
Yeah.
but I could tell it wasn't meat. It was good, but
No. Like I like these vegan options because honestly, like, what if one day I'm like, I don't fucking want to eat meat. I
Yeah.
just want to eat something vegan, and I'll eat it. It's great. I love it. I think across the board, people should be having a vegan option. If you don't want to eat meat, that's great. And that way, if you aren't vegan, it tastes good. You know what I mean? That's where
point.
I'm like, I'm great with that. Like, as long as it tastes good, I'll fucking eat it. And I'm happy for that. But to think it's healthy? Nah, you dumb.
That's what
motherfucker.
that was like.
I agree.
That was like that South Park episode. They had. It was like, oh, try this shit. Like it was like, yeah.
And Carmen was like, I'll eat shit.
I'll
It
eat
doesn't
shit,
matter if
yeah.
it's meat or not.
Yeah. They had a good point. Like it was like it's not that it's healthier. It's just an alternative.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Did they do a new season this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I miss
It's
a
still
season?
Yeah, I feel like they don't.
Son of a
They.
bitch.
I feel like they don't like.
They don't stop. It just keeps going.
Well, no, they don't like. They don't
Advertise it.
advertise it that
Oh,
much
that's
because
true.
just because it's got such a big following still. I mean, it's been on for what?
Well,
30 years now?
Was it last year or the
22,
year before
23.
that the advertisement was hashtag
I guess, yeah, 20, yeah.
cancel South Park?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that.
Well,
I don't know if I've seen advertisements since then.
it's still good.
It's been a pretty good season.
It's
this
been
season.
good.
The last like
Damn, I gotta
couple
watch the-
years.
is
No,
that
that
bad?
last season wasn't that bad, but the season before that was like when they did the whole story with Cartman when he had a girlfriend and everything.
Owen's not talking about TikTok, and obviously he's bored now.
I got a
Um,
standing desk at work.
How many steps do you take with that?
No, I'm not. I'm,
Wait.
That
Continue,
sounded like the most.
continue over
That
this.
sounded like the most humble brag. Like I got
Oh
a
my
standing
God.
desk.
Oh yeah, I'm busy. I got this to-do list. I can't.
I see all my to-do list
Good
around.
morning, Julia.
So what's so special about having a standing desk?
Well, no, I mean it's nice because my watch now reminds me I have an Apple Watch, if in case you didn't know. My watch now reminds me every hour to stand up. I'm supposed to be standing for 12 hours in my day. That's like the recommended amount. So my watch will remind me. So in the morning I usually start sitting. I sit at my desk and then my watch reminds me to stand up. So I lift my desk up and stand. And it's nice because a lot of the times during the day a lot of the time during the day, I just want to be like I'm up and walking around. I need to be walking around doing stuff anyway. That's just the type of job that I have. But allowing me to stand up and continue to do my work, make phone calls while standing up, I feel overall more animated and more active in the workplace.
You know what I'm imagining the stand-up desk is? Like when the alarm goes up, it's like a transformer. It's like you're sitting at your desk and then like
You don't get it out. You go.
That's what I'm
Like
imagining.
after like 3 months of it, the desk stands up and you're just like, oh shit.
That's what I'm imagining a stand-up desk would be. Like your alarm goes off, it's like boop, 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 and then, no, not you, but the desk goes and like it like lifts up itself.
See, that's why you need to change the alarm noise now to the transformer.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait. So you like having a standing
Oh, I
desk?
love it. I love it.
I could use a standing desk for maybe like an hour or two tops. There is times at work where I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh
I just
shit.
get antsy.
And
Like
I
I
can't sit
not
anymore.
only
I
that,
have to
I just
stand.
get
feel
antsy,
like
you know, I
when
gotta
I'm
get up,
sitting-
yeah.
When I'm sitting down, I feel like I don't do my most efficient work, and when I'm standing, I feel like I'm thinking a little bit more clear. I'm working different stuff like that, and good to go.
Yeah, no, I think it has
It
a
works.
good use. But
And
I
plus,
also
by
like
the
when I
end of the
work.
day, when I'm sitting at my desk, I'm so hunched over.
That's
and
true.
Like because I'm on my computer all day long, I'm so hunched over that standing I can.
Hold
use-
on. Hey, come on. Sorry. Sit. Sit. All right, we can edit this out. Sit, boy. You want a treat?
We never talked about that. We cut that out completely. I don't think we ever talked about that on the podcast. Maybe we did.
I have it on my phone.
Maybe I have it on my phone too. I think.
about
No,
that?
no, I have an old phone. So, our first ever podcast. It was our first ever one we ever did, and I remember I came over. We were so excited, and so we set up everything. We were recording, and Anakin, Nick's dog, was being kind of a pest. So Nick was like, "Okay, I'll just put him in the crate for a little bit." And then that crate right there, and we'll do the podcast and he'll be fine. So we're recording, and he's kind of like he was still a puppy then. Like he was. This was April.
7 months.
Yeah,
something like
this
that.
was in April of last year. So
Yeah.
we're he was kind of like whining in the crate because he wanted to get out, and we were like, oh, just let him go, and he's okay. He'll calm down, and he started getting louder. And we were kind of like, okay, he's okay. And you were like, yeah, he's good. And then all of a sudden, he started going,
like
sorry, buddy.
I
Sorry,
thought
it's
people
okay.
I thought people would call the police.
He was
Like
his,
it was so
so
loud.
what happened was his he stuck his mouth through the slits of the the
God.
cage and got his teeth stuck on the other side of the cage,
And it was
he
hooked, like it was hooked.
and he
on the
couldn't get
So it
his
was like actually hurt.
he couldn't get his mouth out of the
my
cage, and he
God.
was freaking out. And we both like dropped the mics, and you ran over. I was looking at it like I don't know what to do.
So-
Like,
So like I had to. He was screaming. I thought people called 911. Like, yo, there's someone abusing their dog.
it was loud,
It was
like
it
fire
sounded
alarm loud.
like a dog dying. And so I've never heard a dog make this noise before. So now I know if I ever hear that, there's a dog in serious trouble.
Like actual
Yeah,
pain.
actual pain. And so then I couldn't get him off because he kept yanking, and I'm like, you need to push forward so I can push your mouth down so you can come out. So I had to put my thumb in his mouth, and I pressed down on his in his mouth. I just pressed down, and it finally came out, and he bit my hand, and I had to take antibiotics because he like pierced a hole in my skin.
Oh, shit.
And he could see before the
you could
blood
see,
started
I could,
rushing
you
out.
could,
You
you
could see
you
the
literally
inside
walked
of
up.
my hand.
You were like, it's not bleeding, it's not bleeding, it's not bleeding.
I was more freaked out at the fact that it wasn't bleeding.
Oh.
Because
It was just a
a
hole.
in my hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see inside my hand, and there's no blood. And I was freaking out that there was no blood.
Like
and
something-
eventually,
And
the
this is
blood
during
started-
our first ever podcast, and I was like, fuck, man, we were like on a roll, like,
Yeah.
It was
All right. So now looking back, because it's in the past, it's all done. You're obviously still alive and healthy.
Yeah,
Is this like just hilarious?
Oh yeah, it's funny as
It
hell.
was we were talking about it after it happened.
Yeah, we like ran
I
after it
paused the
happened. We
podcast
put the
and we,
Band-Aid on, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, let's keep going. And I went to the doctor the next day, and they were like, all right, I mean, like, is your dog? He has his shots, and I was like, yeah, and they're like, all right, take antibiotics, and you're good. And they was like, take it. You know, you're supposed to take antibiotics until
They're gone.
they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Nah, you store that shit.
That's
so
still a
you need it.
suggestion, baby.
Nah, you take it for like a week. You feel good, and you store it for next time, so you don't have to go again.
I took antibiotics because of this dirty ass mouth, and he was fine.
That's good.
Yeah, that's the only time he's ever bit me. I mean, it was an accident. He wouldn't go near us. Remember that? Remember that? Like after we let him out,
yeah, he was scared.
he was scared. He wouldn't.
He
come.
just scared him. He was just so nervous because of what happened that he
Nah,
just
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, shit happens.
All right. Don't tell me you're gonna knock out already. Come on.
Owen's fading.
I'm cruising.
Cruising.
Yeah.
All right. Pick up a topic that's only gonna get involved.
Well, no, just keep going. Keep going with topics.
All right. Okay. So I was watching Marriage Story.
You said you didn't see Marriage
No, I
Story.
watched it.
He saw it. I
He
didn't
didn't see it.
I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I was
That's
watching
very good.
Marriage
So
Story.
you saw Nick?
Yeah.
I heard it.
saw
I heard it was like a play.
It's very good.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
yeah.
it's a really good movie, really well acted. And you know, obviously not obviously the movie's about people getting a divorce and they're kind of fighting over the custody of their kid.
Mhm.
That's sort of
Yeah,
pretty much-
It's more
pretty-
about like not just the kid. It's just like money,
dealing
and
with everything,
dealing with
yeah.
divorce,
Dealing-
just dealing with the
divorce.
divorce
I feel like the whole-
process.
yeah,
But,
and how
yeah.
much you
but-
don't realize is
and
gonna happen.
a big scene was them in the courtroom, you know,
shit.
fighting over, you know, who would get custody of the kid.
Is the
and
kid there
everything.
in the courtroom?
No.
No.
No,
but
that's a whole thing.
And what I realized watching that in the movie is that lawyers are basically anger translators for people. So like the whole time, like they're both the parents are sitting there quiet, like they're not saying anything.
don't even look at
and
each
the
other.
lawyers are fighting for them,
Yeah.
well, he's got this, well, she's got this, well, this is this, well, he's a piece of shit, and blah blah. They're going back and forth. I just realized that lawyers are pretty much just anger translators
Yeah.
for their clients. Like they're just kind of sitting there like.
And you
I
know-
don't know,
and-
and the lawyers are just like, no, she's a piece of shit. He should get him. No. She like, it,
Yeah.
And to go off of your point, like to emphasize it, like what the lawyers were doing in that movie were like specifically taking points you saw and being like, here's the most shitty way you could have perceived it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the one that's
Yeah.
to me is they just put the kid to bed. They're walking down the stairs and Scarlett Jo trips. And then she's like, oh, I might have had one too many glasses of wine. And then jump to the courtroom. And
She's an alcoholic.
man's lawyer's like, she's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
couldn't put her own bed to her
Kid.
couldn't put her own kid to bed without a glass of wine or whatever, a bottle maybe. And you're just like, holy shit!
Like,
what
it's-
the fuck?
Like they didn't really want to get lawyers involved, but it was like you need to do it anyways
bitch
type
did it.
situation, and it turned
Just saying.
ugly. It turned ugly because it was like, well, we need lawyers. And then because of the lawyers, it got ugly. You know what I mean? But you still need lawyers to make sure you're being represented right.
So here's
Wait,
the question now.
So Scarlett Johansson was a bitch in the movie?
She wasn't a total bitch, but she was the first one to get a lawyer. Just saying.
Well,
But
but
he-
hold on. Do you think so? So let's get more meta on this. Do you think you're saying that because we are men and seeing it from the male perspective?
Honestly, I do agree. I agree with what you're about to say. I think
Not necessarily.
I think the movie made a pretty good job of making the woman look like a bitch. And the reason why is because he did cheat on her.
Okay.
So do you think a woman?
I was gonna bring that
in
up
Lucia
too.
watching that movie, do you think Lucia would be like,
No,
"He
no,
cheated"?
Lucia would probably agree with us.
Yeah.
But I think
I know Valerie
I-
agreed with us that
yeah,
she was the.
I think Lucia would agree with us. But I keep like I don't know how
So here's
the
my
way
thing.
the movie was made. It made his cheating not look as important. I'm like, yo, like he cheated during
Yeah.
the marriage,
Right.
And he made a comment saying like, what, like, oh, we haven't had sex in a year.
Yeah.
I bitch, like tell her and break up with her before you, like, be like, yo, I'm breaking up with you and I want to have sex. Boom, and then you go have sex, like, you know what I mean?
So don't get me wrong. Like, yes, like A, he shouldn't have cheated. B, better communication, all that bullshit. But the thing is, like, she acted like it was nothing. Like if she knew, which she did,
She did know and she didn't say anything.
she should have she could have also just been like, bitch, I'm out, and get a lawyer. Like, it's not because she got a lawyer. It's because she was like, no, we don't, you know what? No, fuck you. I'm going to get a lawyer. Just
Yeah,
fuck off.
it did seem like the divorce. It wasn't the cheating
Because
that was
cheating
the point.
is like 100%. Like, she had every right to leave him for sure. But then, like, the way
Yeah,
she
waited until like another reason
Yeah.
why. But the way the movie ended, it was like I kind of agree. Like divorce was the best option.
Oh, yeah.
For the both of them.
And they end on
But she
fine
did.
notes.
I think
They're
the
not
point.
friends.
I
They're
think
not
the
not
point of
friends.
the point of the movie was saying like, yeah, she asked for divorce at the wrong time, but she could have got a divorce sooner because she knew the cheating was going on. But you know what I mean? Like that wasn't the point. The point was like their lives were going to somewhere separate, and it was like a divorce was the best option.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. But Lucia was like saying like, oh yeah, she's such a bitch, blah blah blah, because she got that lawyer that makes the husband always look like the bad guy, and I'm like,
But
oh my
he went and got the lawyer that made her look like you know what I mean? Like he had
what he did first.
he had the one lawyer that was like a nicer guy,
that's right.
and then
I
he
go
said,
for the
and then he
truth.
went
That's what he said.
fuck this guy. I'm going with the big dogs, the
Yeah.
guys that were like
the only reason he did that was because she started
I'm
with
going
that.
with the big dogs.
Yeah, he did. So he did. He went with fucking Ray Liotta. He went with Goodfellas himself. Like that guy.
Oh, Ray
and-
Liotta was his lawyer?
Yeah. So his first lawyer was Alan Alda. Alan Alda.
Sit.
Um,
Alan Alda.
yeah, I don't think there really was a right or wrong person because
That's what
like
the point
Nick
of the
pointed
movie-
out,
that's the point of
the
the movie.
point of the movie is
my
that
face.
they're getting a divorce.
face.
It sucks for everyone, and in the end, it was probably the right decision.
Yeah.
I definitely think though the movie, not on purpose, but because she not only got a lawyer first, she got the bitchiest lawyer first.
Yeah. No, I agree. The movie did give her that.
She,
You know who I picture her lawyer being?
Wait, what's the name? Come on. You got it.
No. The blonde, like the blonde busty woman from Reno 911.
Oh, the mom from the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
Yo, wait.
That's
pretty close.
That's
Pretty
what I picture
close.
her
Pretty
being.
close.
She's more like
the actress is the woman from Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Or,
Laura Dern. She was in Last
the
Jedi.
Jedi-
The
The
new
Last
Jura-
Jedi.
The new Jurassic Park.
No,
the
the
you know
original.
the Last Jedi where
Did you
Purple hair lady.
the purple haired
the
Laura?
one that she was like the second in command after
Oh, yeah.
Leia.
Pose like,
Her.
bitch, get
Her.
out of my spacecraft.
All right.
But yeah, like just watching that, I was like, because they weren't saying a word, like Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver weren't saying a word, and I was just like, literally, lawyers are anger translators for their clients. Like they're just yelling for them. You know what I mean? Like it was just funny. I was like, wow, I've seen like a million shows and movies with lawyers, but this was the best one to depict it as like, yo, lawyers can fuck you over real good. Like I was like. they know how to fuck your
persona,
like the other person.
The other
you know what I
person.
mean?
But
Like,
you know what I was impressed
you're
about
right,
with
yeah.
that was that like even the I can't remember her name, but Scarlett Johansson's lawyer, like when it was just one-on-one between the two of them, you're like, she's not that bad of a person.
Yeah,
but then the
yeah,
minute she steps in the
yeah.
courtroom, she's a fucking snake.
Yeah.
Like it was just a good movie. It
Yeah.
perceived everything really well.
Yeah, it made you go like, I think the point of the movie was to say like, yo, divorce is like
Tough.
you really don't. You need to make sure you want to get like it is
it's
not
tough, especially if you have kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you have kids.
So-
I gotta say, coming out of that, I do feel like as much as we're like, I don't know if ripping on it's the right word, but as much as we're ripping on it, I feel like lawyers is a smart
Oh
option
yeah,
still.
yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Because
not maybe
just
not
in case-
such
yeah.
hard asses like them,
But
having a lawyer
hey,
set
one
it
day,
in front of
having
you,
a lawyer
yeah,
is pretty fucking convenient.
that's like,
it was crazy.
I
Good
mean,
luck,
they were
Colin.
spending
Good luck.
fucking bank on those lawyers.
Yeah. He used his whole like his like not his life savings, but his
He gets
The
like
grant
a
money,
theater,
the
he
grant
spends,
money
like half of
for
it
his
on
for
it.
his work for his theater that he was gonna use to fund his theater.
When he was
Whole
right,
divorce.
remember
But it's okay, 'cause
because
she-
and fucking I mean I obviously know that lawyers are expensive, but I didn't realize that to get the lawyer you have to put them on a retainer.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
and he was like Ray Liotta. So he first goes to the big dog lawyer, like, and then he realizes they're too expensive and goes to another one. But when he was at the big dog lawyers, like the top dog, and he was like they're like, yeah, so we're $950 per hour. We have to put you down for a $25,000 retainer, and I'm $950 an hour. My associate, like I guess he was like a junior lawyer, not a junior lawyer, but like someone else in the firm. There we go. Was like he's like, oh, if you're gonna ask me stupid questions, ask him. He's $450 per hour,
Yeah.
and it was like, damn, they're ruthless. It was
Yeah,
like,
and then on
and
top
they're
of that,
expensive as shit.
So he ends up not getting him at first, and then gets a cheap ass lawyer who's actually like I was saying,
nice.
He's a good guy.
He's a good
Yeah.
guy. He's just
It's Alan Alda.
right? He was $400 an hour with a
He was like
$10,000.
$10,000 retainer, and it's like that's the cheapest option, and yet still like that's a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Wait, so the $10,000 retainer goes to the lawyer?
Yeah, so
Down payment
if
just because.
if you need them, it's a retainer, so like you keep them on retainer,
keep
so
their-
you keep
to keep their
to keep them
attention.
attention. Yeah.
You gotta pay $10,000 to be like, yo, I'm paying $10,000 to do my work. That's it. Then we pay
And then-
you every
and then pay you every
hour
hour.
for that.
Plus every hour.
That's
So
what's
like
up.
if not even if you're talking with them, if they're working on your
How the hell
case.
do you afford that? Like, you got to take out a loan to work.
And
with a
that's
lawyer.
part of the movie. That's
I'm pretty sure it happens a lot where like when you get divorced, you sell the house, blah blah blah. All the money
Mhm.
that was involved with selling the house goes to the lawyers.
Damn.
it's
Yeah.
Damn, we gotta be a lawyer. All right, everybody, quit your jobs.
Go to law school.
Law school, let's go.
man,
Spend
cash money, baby.
spend $900,000 on law school and then get that back in one client. Well, no, I mean that's pretty much the wrapping up on this one. We're hitting an hour here.
Okay,
But yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna take
been
this has been a good podcast. I think it's been a good one back.
yeah,
Much
much needed.
needed.
I like topics.
We got some good. So we're recording pretty much. Probably gonna do 2, possibly 3, depending on time going on. But we got some good topics coming up ahead. So this will be the end of this podcast. I believe this is episode number 7
Wow.
of
Nice.
our podcast, either 6 or 7.
Okay.
So yeah. So this has
See, if
been.
we-
I don't know if we said it in the beginning, but this is just another loser.
Just another
You
loser
did-
podcast.
you did say it. in the beginning.
Okay.
You did, Al.
You did, Al. This is just another loser podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace out.
Later.